Sheet. Scoot over, sweetie. Alright. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Comic Cartoon Spectacular Spider-Man. On today's episode, we're talking about episode 4, Market Forces, where the biggest twist from the comics, the biggest change from the comics kind of happens here so far. In that Montana is now Shocker. And the comic books is Herman Schultz, who's kind of like a no-name thug guy. So that's right. What it's like, we can make it more interesting. Let's make the person with the thick Texan accent going here. I liked it. What do you think?
They did alright with that one.
It was a fun episode.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as dramatic as the last episode, but...
Yeah, but it's still retaining a lot of that, depth that they were kind of instilling in that last one. The idea of him trying to balance his responsibilities as, both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. And this is like the first real chance we get to see him work within the Daily Bugle. I almost said Daily Planet.
And interesting. I found it funny that they even had a good work-related instance. Have a good moral quandary.
In what way? I'm trying.
Okay. Basically,
the camera.
Yeah. So basically, one of the things he finally has photos he can submit to the Daily Bugle. Therefore, he can get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that they're saying get a better camera. Obviously. Better camera means more work / better pay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, his aunt, who is currently in financial difficulties, is obviously in need of it now. So it's the idea of helping her in the short term to sacrifice the long term, and yeah.
No, I'm with you. I agree. I see what you're saying. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
It does, like you said, it delves into its characters and understands these characters.
Yeah.
It knows how they tick. It knows how to make them relatable without being overly goofy.
Yeah.
Except for Flash Thompson. Who just has this fucking laugh. Like he says, because there's a part...
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You blew off the one guy that actually liked you in the school? It was
a
genius!
That's actually pretty good. That's better than mine. It's so over the top that you can forgive her for just being a stock bully character.
I know. It was that...
A fucking laugh.
Yeah, it was like an Albert Ashford laugh.
Which one's Albert Ashford's laugh?
He was from Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Oh, I guess I haven't heard of it.
Claire Redfield, I see we meet.
Okay, that one. I know what you're talking about now. I recognize it.
Yes.
There's actually a lot of funny one-liners in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, the humor got better in the past few episodes.
What was it?
The running gag with Mary Jane up to the introduction is, Aunt May's trying to get Peter to meet her to go to the winter.
Yeah. What's she like? Oh, she has a wonderful personality.
The best part is when he's explaining to Harry, though, when they're in the room together, he goes, "Get this, she has a wonderful personality," and they both go, looking back at this, I forgot how much I liked Harry in this show, too. He's more nerdy than he has been in, the previous episodes, but it works for his story arc. Especially when they they really captures the daddy issues really well, too. Yeah. And in just, one instance, you immediately understand just how poorly tormented, how inferior this kid feels.
Yeah.
Because, Norman Osborn, who's a gigantic asshole... Whether he's a bad guy or not, he's just an asshole.
Oh, it's clear that he is definitely a bad guy in this.
Oh, yeah, obviously. It's Norman Osborn. You expect nothing less.
Yeah. They revealed more things.
We'll talk about that in a bit, because there's some cool stuff with that I want to point out.
Yeah.
But anywho. So, I like how he just, starts bragging about all Peter's accomplishments in front of Harry right there and says, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to do what I can do, and at least you're doing something, Glare. And then the speech at the end, it's kind of mean, but at the same time, he's kind of right.
Yeah. You have balls, use them.
Just cowboy up and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a good mantra to have, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even if it's coming from a gigantic dick bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, Shocker's a fun character.
Yeah.
And so is Montana's a fun character in general. So they have a lot of fun writing him, you can tell.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier, he's voiced by Dexter's dad from Dexter's Laboratory, right?
Yep, Jeff
Which
Bennett.
you never would guess, just by hearing it here.
Well,
maybe you.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot more of his voice acting.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with
He's in a lot of the Animaniacs Freakazoid stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm watching a bunch of Freakazoid stuff. So
There's also in whatchamacallit, Dan Versus. He's in there quite a bit.
I haven't watched Amber's, but
Yeah,
I should.
He was in a lot. But yeah, Dexter's Lab and a lot. And ironically, Dexter's mom is also in this as well as Kurt Connor's wife.
Oh yeah, that one I hear. Yeah, that one I can see. There was much of Kirk. Oh, there was a little bit of Eddie Brock in this episode where he's like, okay, you know what, I'm still pissed at you, but I'll get over it, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
So he's still a good friend. He's a good guy.
Yeah. At the same time, it's like, what was the point I mentioned? It's like, so why don't you mention the whole Aunt May's in financial turmoil thing to kind of better justify your actions? Like, they may not necessarily agree with it, but they can at least understand.
Well, I feel like that worked better with Harry, considering that Peter accidentally blew him off to go take pictures of the Bugle. That one I feel like is more understandable, but hey, I took pictures that directly betrays your trust.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's a bit harder to overlook by just going, hey, I have money issues. It's like, that doesn't change the fact you screwed us over, asshole.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, personally, from his perspective, I'd still be pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good friend for running a little overlook that. I'd be probably done with you if you pulled that shit on me.
Yeah.
So, good on Eddie. Like I said, these are likable characters. These are good characters. With great voice actors.
Oh, yeah.
And, again, great action sequences. I thought the lizard fight was better, but this one was still fun all the same.
Yeah.
You know, it did kind of nuke the fridge a little bit. You get it?
Yeah.
It's Indiana Jones 4 reference. He was in a fridge.
Yeah.
And he escaped.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise this is a pretty straightforward episode, nice and fun. Adds a little more character depth with his relationship with Aunt May, and does all that kind of fun stuff, and kind of gets more into the mature side of the character.
Yeah.
Jonah's always fun. And Betty Brant, yep. I did like they addressed it in this one. Like,
yeah, like right off the bat, I was like, isn't she like a lot older than you? Like, that would be probably considered illegal.
Yeah, because in the comic books, Peter and Betty have a relationship, even though Peter's in high school at the time this comic book takes place. So it wasn't as creepy by that standard at the time.
Yeah. Well, also it's the idea as long as they didn't do certain things.
Well, yeah,
that's the more issue.
Yeah, and this one is like, yeah, she's 20, like 20-something, he's 16, it's fucking creepy. And they point that out right off the bat when Peter starts hitting her and he goes, like, you're a nice guy, but I'm way too old for you.
Yeah.
So, it comes up a couple more times, if I remember correctly, but even that has a payoff towards the end, so we'll save that for later. The one last thing I want to talk about was the stuff at the end, which I thought was a fucking brilliant way to explain supervillains on this show.
Oh yeah, where they basically made a kind of reference to Sinister Six.
That's actually not a Sinister Six reference.
Okay. Well. Okay.
The Sinister Six does come up, but that's not directly related to that.
Yeah.
This one is the case where Hammerhead, being the big man's liaison, comes up to Norman Osborn and basically says, "Look, whenever Spider-Man's fighting a supervillain of some sort, that's distracting him from the smaller crimes we can get away with easily and keep our and keep our criminal empire going. So we want to work with you to make more supervillains to be able to basically keep running your criminal empire. Just basically as one giant distraction." I thought that was a really clever way to get around all of a sudden the supervillains are just appearing left and right for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, good. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty fair assumption. Yeah, once again, like, as I said, after the last episode, the show's kind of hit its stride now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely carrying over, like, in terms of, like, both, being fun and deep at the same time.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
The way Spider-Man really is.
Not when he's have his mind wiped with Dr. Octopus or selling his soul to the devil and...
Yeah.
They've done some stupid shit with Spider-Man in the past decade.
Yeah. I was like, did you guys just rip off Heroes? Or they did that with Nate.
I forgot about that. Oh, it's fucking dumb. Alright. So, yeah, next episode?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for next episode of Cartoon Comics. Cartoon Comics Spectacular Spider-Man. Blah. I can talk today. See you guys later.